with the spookiest Halloween high school football coverage in Green Country. Fox 23 presents High School Football Tonight.
It's a dark night in Green Country, as there's something spooky in the shadows. But for those brave enough to venture out into the night, something special could come from all the fright. It's week 9 of high school football as playoffs draw near, but only for those few who can find a win this time of year. Ah, ha, 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 ha. So sit tight, because high school football tonight starts now.
You're watching High School Football Tonight on Fox 23.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special edition, Halloween special edition of High School Football Tonight. Trying to add a little bit of life here to the party. I'm Spencer Till. She's Kaylee Carnine. Kaylee, I gotta say, I can't believe just 2 weeks left in playoffs right now. For our teams trying to fight their way into the playoffs, fair to say, this is spooky times right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some thrillers.
There it is.
You know, this season has flown by. We've reached that point where a few teams had a chance at clinching some district titles tonight. Playoff spots were being locked up. Just a lot to play for.
Yeah, that's right. Some huge games going on, including our game of the week. Top-ranked Bixby looking to keep their perfect season going and clinch yet another district title. They were squaring off against Deer Creek.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch. We've got Paige Orr covering the game for us tonight, and she joins us now live. And Paige, it's been a really historic season for Bixby.
Last of these highlights.
Howdy, you guys. That's sure right. Down here in Bixby, we still have a ball game going on. There's about 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, but it's a clear winner. You're going to have to see these first half highlights. Couple tricks, couple treats. Deer Creek came out to play. Take a look at this first half. Week 9 high school football Halloween edition. Deer Creek visiting Bixby, and right away Bixby wastes no time. First play out. Carson Kirby looks, sends this ball deep to Tyler Wright. 75 yards to the house, and with that, Carson Kirby breaks 7,000 passing yards all time. 11:47 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Bixby. Deer Creek answers right back on their second play. Quarterback Dax Chansey goes long, and he finds one of his favorite targets, Jalen Davis. 11:05 left in the first quarter, all tied up at 7. Trick or treat, Deer Creek goes for the trick play off the fake field goal from the 34-yard line. Casey Olmstead finds Tyler Lopez. They take a 15-7 lead. Deer Creek leading Bixby. 8:16 left in the first quarter. Bixby looking to find their groove. Hook and ladder. Noah Ingalls flips it over to Jason Mull. He sets them up to punch this one in for a touchdown. 15 apiece, 7:03 left in the first quarter. Bixby putting the pressure on. Carson Kirby looking. He finds catcher DeHart. 44-yard touchdown pass. He's in the end zone. 29-15 Bixby. 9:05 left in the second quarter. Bixby gaining momentum. Handoff. Jason Mull 11 yards out. He finds the outside corner. Whoop! Puts the brakes on and marches his way into the end zone. That was his second of the night. 37-15 Bixby. 4:57 left in the second quarter. At the end of the first half, it's Bixby 50, Deer Creek 15. 6.5 minutes left here in the ball game. Right now it's Bixby 72, Deer Creek 15. They stuck in it for a little bit, but it turned into a nightmare really quick. It's been a really fun, happy Halloween out here. Couple costumes running around. I can't say anyone's quite as scary as you guys back at the desk. I'm gonna go ahead and send it back to you guys. Try to look a little bit more alive, can ya?
Oh man, I'm telling you, the way she talks to us.
I know.
Unbelievable down there, Paige. But thank you for the update. Broken Arrow, meanwhile, chance to get second in the district, a playoff spot. They were on the road tonight looking for their 4th straight win as they were squaring off against Edmond Memorial. And this was a top 10 matchup, and it looked like it from the opening kickoff. Scoreless in the first, even with the backflips there, but Sistemba is going to go ahead and make things happen. Unloads, finds Matthews Boudreau up the sideline on that catch. Great stiff arm, goes in from 55 yards out. After the Bulldogs answered with a touchdown of their own, BA would hand it off here to Corey Singo. Great cut, goes on in for another touchdown. Tigers back out in front. And then their defense started making some plays as well. Edmond Memorial in a nightmare position up against their own goal line. John Brow blowing up the play for the safety. To the fourth quarter we go. Tigers with a chance to ice it. They go to their big boy package. Titan Hicks powers his way in from 2 yards out. Broken Arrows head to playoffs 2 seed, 29-17 the final.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, meanwhile, over at Owasso, the Rams were looking to clinch their second straight district title as they were taking on Norman North. And the Rams got into a good rhythm early. Timberwolves trying to move the chains, but Sam Hoback gets in the way of that, coming up with the INT. He's all sorts of fired up. That defense sparking the offense just a couple plays later. Drew Frankenfield looks to throw, but then takes it himself 35 yards up the middle and nothing but open air in front of him. And the Rams strike first, 7-0 with 4 to go in the first. A couple minutes later, the T-Wolves trying to make something happen on third down, but Taj Overton, looking like a phantom out there, gets through the O-line undetected and comes up with a sack. The Mizzou commit forces the punt team to take the field. And that helps set up this. Jaden Hall, direct snap, gets to the left side, and he's in the end zone, 14-0 Owasso. The Rams still up 45-14 in the fourth quarter.
Over in 6A2, we got a district title coming down to the wire right now. Both Sand Springs and Sapulpa undefeated in district play. And guess what? They just so happen to play each other next week.
The only question is, would they still be able to be undefeated after tonight? Devin Lyon is covering the Sapulpa game tonight against Muskogee. And hey, Devin joins us live. This was a huge test for both teams.
Yeah, guys, this was a big a big game for both of these teams. It's pretty surprising this is not the first time I've worn this suit on TV, but this game was very competitive, just wrapped up. Here's a look at how things went down. Big-time district matchup on Halloween. The Sapulpa Chieftains trying to keep their undefeated record, hosting the Muskogee Roughers, trying to bounce back this week. These fans are ready. Chieftain ball first, Braddock's Brofton, big pass here to number 2, Landon Barber. No one catches him into the end zone. Touchdown, Sapulpa up 7-0. Muskogee with the ball, big QB keeper here for Kaysen Delgado. Sets him up here for a short field goal, score 7-3. Sapulpa back with the ball, great field position. Bofton, handoff to number 10, Sean Koch, tough run, fighting, won't be denied. The end zone, touchdown. Chieftains 14-3. Roughers with the ball here, Delgado drops back to pass. Number 12, Carter Mosquito picks it off. Second quarter here, Chieftains with the ball. It's 4th and 15. Bofton drops back, looking, steps up in the pocket, finds number 4. That's Michael Bennett. He dives in for the touchdown. Chieftains would go up 28-3. 3 minutes left of half. Roughers getting some momentum on this fumble. Very next play, Roughers with the ball. Delgado steps back in his own end zone, finds number 13, Jamie Beasley. He takes off. It's chaotic. It's because he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Muskogee. Both teams exit for the half. Sapulpa with a 28-9 lead. And that would be a big win for Sapulpa, 49-16, closing out tonight. But both teams are looking now ahead of next week with 2 more big matchups. Muskogee going to Putnam City North, and then Sapulpa will take on a big game against the Sand Springs Sandites. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
What a finish right there.
Fantastic.
In that game.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Devin. So Sapulpa takes care of business. So what about Sand Springs? The Sandites back at home tonight taking on PC North. First drive of the day for Sand Springs, and they would do this. Easton Webb finds Alex Dudley.
Ooh.
And watch what he does with a great cut. Turns on the Jets, finds the end zone from 47 yards out. But really, the Sandites actually were pretty flat to start this game. In fact, they were only up 6-0 going to the second. Half dead, you might say. Well, this would go ahead and wake them up. Webb gets lit up right there, and that would fire him up and the rest of his teammates, and that was the turning point in the game. Just 2 plays later, Webb finds Paxton Salazar. That is good for a touchdown, make it 13-0. Just a couple of minutes later, they find the end zone again. Chavez Williams running that one in, and Sand Springs does their part. And we now have that huge showdown next week with Sapulpa, 49-0 the final.
A little shutout. Jinx hitting the road for a little feel-good chicken noodle soup tonight as they were taking on an Enid squad that's been outscored by 470 points so far this year. Katie Jones doing what he does, having an incredible season, goes to the right side and then carries a defender with him into the end zone for his second score of the night. Less than a minute later, and Jinx adding to their lead. Landon Kazar delivering a strike to Malakib. Dillard and Jinx rolls.
As they get the win right there with a massive one, 73-0 the final. Goodness. All right, it is time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, we're going to head on over to Fort Gibson and see how they did in their huge showdown with Cushing. Keep it right here.
You're watching high school football tonight on Fox 23.
Welcome back. Well, we've been talking about district titles tonight, and there was another one on the line over in Fort Gibson.
Yeah, it's been a great year for the Tigers, but they had their hands full tonight. Cushing is a really, really good team. Jade Morrow is covering the game for us tonight and joins us now live from the field. And Jade, it's been a long time since Fort Gibson had a chance at a district title.
That's right, Kaylee. This was the game that Fort Gibson needed, especially being ranked 8 in their class and Cushing 3 in theirs. But it was also a chance to see if both teams can keep that winning streak up after defeating their previous opponents. It is Halloween night, and the Cushing Tigers and the Fort Gibson Tigers are going head-to-head to see which team can come on top with the most spookiest plays on the field tonight. In the first quarter, Fort Gibson's Karen Davis with a fake handoff and a throw to number 7 Brody Hansen to give them the first touchdown and lead of the game, 7-0. Less than 2.5 left in the first quarter. Cushing's quarterback Roman Tucker, he's looking and trying to make up some yards and finds number 4 and makes the score tied 7-7. Let's move on to the second quarter. Cushing with possession again at 25 yards. Tucker finds Lane Simpson to put themselves on top after a good kick, leading 14-7. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Cushing wants to put another TD on the board. Tucker looking and makes the throw, and it's intercepted by Fort Gibson Tiger Cash Keys and makes an almost 90-yard touchdown, but gets tackled just a few yards short. With 3 seconds left before half, Fort Gibson Tiger Paxton Philman makes a 3-point field goal, but Cushing stays on top at halftime, 14-10. Fort Gibson fought really hard. This was really back-to-back, but both teams came up a little bit short, and Fort Gibson actually came up a bit short, and Cushing took the game 35-31. Now, Fort Gibson will be able to redeem themselves after this loss, taking the road next week to Miami. Live in Fort Gibson, covering news that matters, I'm Jade Morrow, Fox 23 Sports, and also happy Halloween, guys.
You know what? You too. All the comments and everything to you and yours as well. Well, let's head on over to Grove, where it was senior night for the Ridge Runners. They were squaring off against Owasso. Now, Grove had won 4 straight in this matchup, and they were rolling again tonight. Ridge Runners coming out of the gates red hot. Just a short pass by Colby Watson over to Isaac Sheffield. And Sheffield goes crazy, takes the handoff, breaks a couple of tackles, finds the sideline. That is a 70-yard score. But how about this for a quick answer by the Mustangs? Ensuing kickoff, Uriah Hooks takes it from his own 15, finds a hole, then has just one man to beat. Owasso says, yeah, right back at you with the kickoff return. Grove, though, kept on coming all night long. The ball gets knocked loose. Xavier Hernandez is there for the scoop and score the other way. Grove gets the win, and they hang 80 in this one. 84-17 your final.
Well, just about 20 minutes south of there, Jay was trying to snap their 3-game slide as they took on Inola. Pick things up in the third quarter. Shoei Rochelle finds Micah Schwing on the left side, and he sneaks in for the score. Inola up 22-7. Then just a couple minutes later, the Longhorns right back to it. Micah Schwing gets it from 8 yards out, finds some daylight and hits pay dirt, and Inola is up 29-7 now. And they take this one 30-7, the final.
All right, so I'm really excited about this. We've had a chance to showcase some of our smaller schools this year, and we had a monster showdown over in 2A2.
Yeah, that's right. Top-ranked and undefeated Adair trying to lock up their district title tonight as they took on a one-loss Wyandotte team. Ian Nickel is covering the game for us and joins us now live from the field. And Ian,
Mickey.
This is undefeated.
Yeah, it took me forever to park my boat. The last time Adair lost a regular season game was September 7th of 2023. They're rare, and they were hoping to not do that tonight with a district title on the line.
In the penultimate game of the regular season, the Wyandotte Bears, 7-1, face off against the Adair Warriors, who are 8-0. And Wyandotte would strike first on this 4th and 1. Hunter White, QB sneak into the end zone, but one play is all it takes. As Cooper McCord heaves it to Ryan Wilson for the 49-yard touchdown to make this a 7-6 game. Later, after a Wyandotte turnover on downs, Ethan Stevens from 29 yards rushes his way into the end zone. X marks the spot for Stevens, and 6 gets 6. Still 13-6. Hunter White looking for anybody, and it's picked off. Trick or treat. Camden Furter says treat, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a pick 6. And what do the fans think about that one?
Adair became Freddie Krueger for Wyandotte's district hopes as Adair wins this one 49-6. They are 2A2 District 3 champions and are looking to cap off an undefeated season against Commerce next week. I'm going to go find my boat now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Brave the dark seas on back there, Captain. Yes. Well done, Ian. Well, let's keep things rolling and head on over to Cassia Hall where they're taking on Verdigris tonight. Now, the Commandos, they've been rolling recently. They've won 5 straight by an average of 35 points, and early on, it was Dason McBride powering his way up through the middle there for the touchdown. Then we come the other way. Barrett Mullen trying to make something happen, but this thing is going to get intercepted right there by Brett Schaffler, climbing the ladder to come up with it. And then they would just go the other way for another score. It's going to be Dason McBride one more time for another score. Cushing makes it another win, 42-14 your final.
Okay, last one, Berry Hill versus Sequoia Claremore. Cooper Barrington looks left, but then takes it himself, runs it up the middle, and he's in for 6 as Berry Hill strikes first. And this guy, just a monster on the field tonight. It's Barrington again this time. And look at this scary speed, a 40-yard house call as the Chiefs extend the lead. Then a couple minutes later, Berry Hill going pass play. Max Harlan connects with Connor Payne. Payne shrugs off a defender and then picks up the pace. Touchdown Chiefs. They pick up their 11th straight win with a 48-0 shutout over the Eagles.
All right, it's time for our last commercial break. But coming up next, it's the big finish. Our top plays of the night are on the way.
I've got Bill Haston of the Tulsa World with me tonight to break down all the biggest and scariest games around Green Country, so stick around.
You're watching high school football tonight on Box 23.
It's almost time for the Heisman talk right now.
Yes.
We're getting real close right now. But
getting in the spirit.
Before we talk about the plays of the night, we have one last thing we got to do. We got to figure out what happened with that Bixby game. Exactly. It looked like they had it in hand, but game wasn't over when we last checked.
Exactly. Not over until the final buzzer.
That's absolutely
exactly
right.
We'll send things on over to Paige Orr, right?
That's right. Paige was at the game covering and joins us again now live. And Paige, I got to say, they looked pretty good on the highlights that we had. Pretty dominant, but were they able to close that thing out?
Oh yeah, 79-15 final score. Bixby takes this one, making them 9-0. Definitely clinching their district. They're just an absolute juggernaut. I've gotten to talk with Barry Lewis the past few weeks. He calls them a juggernaut. He's absolutely correct. Just an absolute force to be reckoned with offensively. I mentioned it in the package earlier. Over 7,000 yards have been eclipsed for their quarterback, Carson Kirby, all-time, all-career. That's quite the accomplishment, and he got it done on the very first play tonight. Quite the outing for them, but also a good chance for some of their secondary guys, maybe some younger guys, to get in there towards the end of the game and get some good experience. Now, this game went on for quite a while. Lots of yellow laundry on the field tonight, but good experience for all the Spartans that were involved. I'm going to go ahead and send it on back to you guys.
Got to the referees now,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly.
Unbelievable.
Name of his game.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Paige
You're going to
Orr.
send her somewhere horrible next week. That's what's going to happen right there. Back from the dead. But I got to tell you what a great week 9 of games we had. It sets up for some incredible games next week. We're going to have an undefeated Sequoia team squaring off against Metro Christian for a district title next week. We're going to have the district title between Sand Springs and Sapulpa. Really looking forward to that, but let's go ahead and get to the top plays of the night. And for mine, we actually have to go to yesterday's Daniel Webster game. Last night, they were taking on Metro Christian. Now, it has been 6 years since the Warriors last won a game. They haven't had a lot of reasons to be excited this year, but this was one against second-ranked Metro Christian. They opened the game with a 90-yard kickoff return by Xavier Richardson. Just an electric play. And you got to feel great
That's
for them getting that
awesome.
there on senior night.
No, that is awesome. Incredible. Okay, this one was too good to leave off. It's Katie Jones with the ball. He makes a couple guys miss. And then watch what this guy does. We knew he was scary fast, but he's also got the hops. Hurdles his defender and is in the end zone. But it was a trick rather than treat, though, because that one got called back. It's
We're going at the refs again, are we?
Sorry there, Spencer. It's actually illegal to hurdle in high school, but come on, that was crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna toss out you. I'm gonna toss out 2. I'm gonna toss out 8, and I'm gonna toss out 6. Just some random numbers. If I had to call out some ones that we're just not going to be supportive of, I guess, tonight. But that is it for Week 9. One last week of the regular season, setting up us for the playoffs, and we're going to see, I hope, some teams bring home some state championships this year. It's going to be a great run to the finish here. But before we let you go, we want to share some of the best pictures from the photography staff over at the Tulsa World, our partners in covering high school football. Have a great night. Go get the best candy, and we're going to see you all right back here next week.